is like 2:30 a.m. right now and I look a little busted. I don't want to go to the airport. I got like maybe 3 hours of sleep. It was really hard to go to bed. I don't know if that was my own fault or if that was like something I did. But it was definitely painful. You know what?
So we ask that you and any children that you're supervising remain clear of those front and back doors and only
Time to bean face. I'm wearing this big ass fleece coat with a dress. Makes no sense, but it's been freezing in here. So it's like I have no choice. Thankfully there's no one in here right now, I don't think. But I just learned that that the other colleague that was supposed to join me today for this in-person meeting with the client is actually feeling sick, which is kind of ironic. I feel bad for her, but it's ironic because my other colleague that was supposed to come with me on this trip wasn't able to because he got COVID. So he's joining from Zoom and she may or may not be joining. So I'll be meeting my client in person by myself, which is a bit interesting. This will be my first time meeting them, but also my first work trip in general. So kind of a big deal. Oh, this sunscreen doesn't feel good. I never really use it, but I didn't want to bring more liquids. So it's the CeraVe stick one. Yeah. I had a very mid bagel for breakfast, as you saw, with egg and cheese. It wasn't really that bad, I guess, but they had Dunkin' Donuts right before the security entrance, which is kind of feels illegal. Because if I had more time, I definitely would have eaten there. Not that I'm a big fan of Dunkin' Donuts, but I imagine they have good breakfast stuff. So it was kind of unfair. But it's fine. I got to take a nap on the plane, thankfully, because I literally got like 3 hours of sleep. I don't remember if I mentioned that at the beginning of this vlog, but I got about 3 hours of sleep, so it was not the vibe. I tried to go to bed early, around like 8:30, but it's not like the normal time I go to sleep, and I just think my body was kind of confused as to what was happening, so it didn't really, get with the program. And so my flight left at 6 a.m. this morning, so I had to be at the airport I got to the airport around 4 a.m. To park. Because I'll be returning back this evening around 6:30. Yeah, I just didn't know what I was doing, to be honest. And not that that's a big deal, but I was kind of stressed about missing my plane. My brother-in-law said that the TSA is behind.
Hey.
Has a shortage, but thankfully everything was good. My streak alone was broken by someone coming in to go to the bathroom. Tough. I kind of wish like makeup wasn't like this. Do you know what I mean? Like no matter how hard you try, it always looks, I don't want to say cakey, but like, do you know what I mean? Like it just sits on the skin. even like liquid type things that I've tried, it always looks like exactly what it is, which is something that just is on top of your skin. I think I need to like look a bit deeper into some of these K-beauty hacks though. I've been wanting to get like a spatula for my foundation. Seen people do that. I've been like a die-hard person for like the beauty cushions, foundation cushions by K-beauty brands, but kind of have stopped using mine recently because I felt like it had too much transfer to it. So now I'm using some like Tarte products, like their concealer, which is really good. It lasts a long time and it looks quite nice even after a long day. The lighting in here is not good. If you know, you know. I didn't bring any foundation because I didn't feel like it was necessary. So, just gonna hope that this looks acceptable. It's gonna take me 23 minutes to drive there, plus the time of getting an Uber, so I'm trying to figure out when I should leave. It's already 8:20, so I should probably leave soon, but kind of putting it off out of anxiety. And yes, I didn't bring any eyeshadow. This is like cheek tint, but I use it on my eyelids pretty often when I want to give them like some color and make it look like I'm not actually like dead. So hopefully it does its job today because it is early and I will literally have been up like all day. So I always have like interesting times though with this cheek tint. Sometimes it adds in a good way and then sometimes you like put it on top of the concealer and then it just like takes it off. If that makes sense. Like it kind of removes the actual coverage, which doesn't make sense to me, but I don't know, maybe there's a reason behind that. I don't know, I don't have the time to worry about it today, to be honest. And then I guess I'll put a little bit more. I'm gonna call it good. I heard from a video recently that when they do K-beauty, when they do Chinese makeup, they put the highlighter like in a C shape in front of the eye to make it add dimension, but not necessarily highlight, so that was interesting. I've only like recently started using one of these contour things. Actually kind of experimenting with that Cupid's bow there. I don't usually put it on my forehead, to be honest. I should feel like stressed about being late, but honestly I'm not. I feel like I just don't have it in me, the energy or the will to really like be concerned. I'm gonna be pissed if this cheek stuff doesn't rub in. My eyes look so bare. I don't like that. They look like bad. I need to add more to them. Okay, I am pretty much done. Ugh, that looks bad. I always struggle with where my actual Cupid's bow is. 8:33, we should be good on time. I'm so tired. Feeling better now because I took a short nap on the plane, but I'm really hungry and I'm not sure if they have any food down here. So that's kind of annoying, but thankfully the worst part is over. My bed is nearby. We love that.
Don't stop.
Oh my god. I'm finally, can't say I'm finally home because I've been home for a bit. It's 8:58 p.m. I'm gonna make this quick because my Wingstop is currently getting cold. Hopefully the lighting here is not super bad, but today was long. My flight landed I think at 7:55, and then had to drive home. It was about 30 minutes, except I didn't drive home. I was trying to look for somewhere to eat, and I was just kind of like exploring areas around my house without a specific place in mind. Then I was like, okay, there's literally nothing. So then I was specifically looking for places I could just pick up food, and then I saw Wingstop, and I was like, oh, okay, this one's, I think, nearby to my house. I don't think it was the same location. And I also ended up waiting there for probably like 10 to 15 minutes, probably at least like 10 to 15 minutes for them to make it, which I can't necessarily be mad at them because, sorry, I'm talking fast. I can't be mad at them because that means they made it fresh, but I was like, you don't know how ready I am to be home. And if I didn't already say it, I took off my makeup and got into my pajamas here. And I had to go grab my camera from my car after coming inside and everything because I accidentally forgot it. So yeah, I'm gonna eat my food and watch Twilight Breaking Dawn because I am in the process of rewatching the series and it hits. It's cringy, but it's funny and it hits and it's nostalgic. So yes, I have some of the clips that I took today from my time in Austin, but I really didn't like have the opportunity to film a bunch since I just specifically went there for this in person, like on site. I had some great tacos though, which was good. But the session went really well. It was a good opportunity to do a lot of necessary planning. I think that it's kind of difficult to make time for those other things in like 30-minute calls that we have with them like every week. You know, we did need some dedicated time, so that was nice. We had some good bonding moments as well, so all positive there. Very, very happy to be home. Don't want to do something like this for quite some time, at least like this whole go same day at like 6 a.m. aka 2 a.m. Because that's a bit tough, but I'm open to traveling to some other places, and hopefully this little mini vlog, because I don't think it's going to be very long, was interesting to you. Hopefully it was a good watch. Bye.